Okay. Yuri time.
Yeah.
Did you want to read a little bit as Monica, since she's probably not going to be in the scene for long, or?
No, I can't.
Okay. I was just asking. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway and stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. So she was the reading girl. His eyes widen, recognizing the girl. He very conspicuously mouths to Monica.
It's her! It's the girl!
It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in a classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving the flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club.
Are you here for the literature club, by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside.
The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sarah continues to fail, containing her excitement.
It's happening. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry, it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far. But what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough.
Yeah, see? Monica's good at... Monica can confront people. If anything, the person who has problems with confrontation is, somebody on the far left.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's the person who has social issues.
Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you.
Girl nods, sitting over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down.
So what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monica.
I think she just said that. They already introduced themselves. Wait, Monica, wait, Sayori. I'm pretty sure they introduced themselves. I'm Monica, this is Sayori. Yeah,
Sayori, I already... Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy?
like books? Yuri looks at Monica.
Fantasy's cool. Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author.
Like how Sayori just gets a serious face.
Yeah.
like now say like a confused face. Like books?
I'm on her 5th book, and it's just...
Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. Aw, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Aw, she's getting all excited about her book. This is adorable.
You can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience.
Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. Glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help.
I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. Left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them.
Yuri quickly stands up.
I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now.
Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri sat down on her desk.
True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then.
Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Thank you for the resub, H-Dog. I appreciate it. Why isn't Monica voicing Monica anymore? She just can't. It's okay. She might be able to soon, though. But right now, she just can't. Also, Fox says to open the files. Oh, okay, she told me to open the files. Okay, I'd keep that in mind. Yuri exits the classroom at club and fire. Oh, yeah, right.
Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have, like, no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid. That's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature.
Also, this kind of, I'm glad that this kind of shuts down the fact of, like, everyone used to always think Monica just was, like, into, like, just knew everything about literature. I love that just kind of shuts that down and just kind of makes it seem like Monica just knows very basic things about literature.
Read Discord again.
It's very basic literature knowledge. Yeah, we're probably gonna still be going beyond 9, Monica. We're not ending anytime soon.
Like 9 of my time?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be able to voice later.
I think so, yeah.
Alright.
In a few hours.
Alright.
In fact, I think, oh yeah, so that it'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? You have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more. Aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden.
It's okay, Monica. It's just knowing the community. Everyone's gonna take Monica saying that and be like, wow, Monica's so mean! Even though she literally apologized and is just saying that she's being anxious. It's like, so, but it's okay, Monica.
It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead.
Yeah, see, exactly. It's fine, just a fine, it's just a fine. Here.
What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point out things like that, Sayori. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay! That's exactly what I want to do. Besides,
Sayori lowers her voice.
I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get.
Taps her fingers against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. And afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return.
I'm back.
Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. Oh my god, Yuri's so excited. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Oh my god! Yuri, stop bringing the dictionary!
Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe. So going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start.
Yuri nervously interjects.
Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that.
From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking.
Oh, okay.
Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, and glances around the room, showing an indication that she has anything more to add.
So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club. That's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to the club recruitment advertisements. Only found out because she...
Yuri glances over at Monica.
Monica? Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk.
Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself.
I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was. But it decided that was probably irrational.
Oh my god, Yuri! She quite literally didn't come to school because she thought that Monica was talking about how irrational she was. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh no, just to come here. Oh, to come to the club, not school. But still, it's just fun. Several days. Jesus.
Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad for interrupting you that I just, like, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by.
Yuri exhales in relief.
I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons, too. Just there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come.
Yuri smiles warmly to herself.
I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. I thought the literature club would find a chance for me to do that.
What kinds of other things are you into?
Like, genres?
No, Yuri, like things that aren't books.
I don't know, just anything. Even if it's not literature.
Oh, just things you would think are dumb.
Oh my god, we're gonna learn about Yuri's interests. Oh my god! Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face.
How about I'll tell you something I'm into, and then you tell me about something you're into?
Oh my god, we're learning about Sayori's interest.
Oh.
I suppose that would be okay.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty into, like, crafty things. Like making cute little collages or decorating things, like cards or jewelry boxes.
Sayori's into art. That makes sense.
Oh. I always thought she was.
Yeah. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. But then I put it off to the last minute. Yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into.
You sound quite creative.
Not that much.
I don't know what's happened.
Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff.
So I have to share something that I'm into now, right?
Sayori nods.
Well, I guess I'm into nature.
I love nature! Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club!
No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now.
Am not!
Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me.
I like how that's how it happened.
That's how Sayori got to be vice president.
Oh my god.
Hey! Don't give me responsibilities!
And Monica is teasing. Just like her actual... There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's fine.
Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off.
I like going out into the woods or to the park. Just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around.
Ooh.
I also figured this about her.
Yeah. Big ooze for us specifically.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's peaceful. It's just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while.
When do you like to do that?
It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it.
Wow, I feel like I would have never have time to do something like that.
I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers.
The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more.
Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for tonight. So, are you two going to be starting on that book at the next club meeting?
That's the plan.
I'm so excited.
Oh god. We've got to see Yuri read with MC, but we never got to see Yuri read with Sayori. Oh god. Oh. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile.
Bye.
Yuri exits. Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room.
Sayori, you are a lifesaver.
I didn't do anything. I just talked.
Still.
Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that. He was really excited to be included, you know? He made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great.
After the surprise of a new club member, seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. There we go. Yay. What happens the next day? Another school day ends. Following her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. She opens the door. She's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. While Monica's running late.
It's club time again! Monica went to the computer lab, so just us today. Is that okay?
Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact.
I'm sorry about yesterday.
Yuri tilts her head, not sure of exactly what Yuri's talking about.
Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books, and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so...
Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were.
Well, still. I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it.
Huh? Why?
Because I know they were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested.
But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing.
I've already decided I'll join the club. You don't have to try so hard to entice me.
That's not what I was doing.
A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them.
Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff, mostly. So it just sounded like something fun that we could do together. Reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. That would be okay, right?
Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this.
You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here.
Yuri pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Yuri reads the cover of the book.
Dusk Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga.
Bro, Yuri reads different books! Oh my god. We finally have another book confirmed in Yuri's library of books. Dust Bell.
It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now.
Oh right, I should probably get some paper.
Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper.
Wait, how come you need paper?
Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes. Like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes.
Notes? Yes, that's an effective strategy.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to the genre.
Yuri's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. So, thinking about it, she decides probably for the best that it did.
Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible.
I trust you. You're like super smart.
Oh, please.
Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush.
You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at everything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you.
No.
Sarah rubs her shoulder against Yuri's.
You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy.
Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay.
After the minor diversion between them, they get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. Despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through
Eloquently.
it. I said it. Guides her through it in a way that's such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards.
How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are like just putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. You're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way!
Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness as she realizes the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun.
Anyway, I think we can get started.
I think we can get started reading now? Is that a grammar-ish mistake in my DDLC plus? Oh my god. Is it not on? I think should there not be a word between started and reading? I think we can get started reading now. That sounds so weird, but maybe that's just how it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb.
Anyway, I think we get started reading now, if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in.
I see.
No, that's grammatically correct. Oh, okay. Then I am just dumb. Sayori jots Yuri is patient into her notes. She's taking notes on Yuri and not the actual book.
Hey, that's for the book.
I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times.
Yuri flips through the first few pages of the book, and it passes the table of contents.
Okay, chapter 1.
Everyone becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again.
What does vindicated mean?
Oh no. Is this just gonna be her fucking... Oh no. It's gonna be Sayori not knowing what words mean.
Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent.
It's okay to ask questions, right?
Of course.
Sayori turns the page.
Are these footnotes?
Mm-hmm. A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood.
You continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned.
Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present?
Where?
Right here.
They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having.
But they didn't tell me that.
It's implied from the context.
Yuri rubs her temples. Two of them continue, but Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. But a reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Oh no. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter.
I think we can stop here for now.
Okay.
Sayori takes a deep breath and closes the lid of the book she's gotten through so far.
So, what are your thoughts up to this point?
Sayori tries to find words.
Am I doing well so far?
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way you do.
The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades.
I see.
Yuri quietly gathers her things.
We can continue tomorrow, right?
She pauses, then shakes her head.
We can do something else tomorrow. But I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand.
She's trying. I know what the problem is. I think the problem is Sayori is only doing it because it makes Yuri happy, and she's not doing it because she enjoys the book. She's only reading it because because it's making Yuri happy. Yuri was looking for someone who would actually would mutually like the book.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. That's all. I'm sorry that I made you.
Yuri leaves.
You weren't making me.
Yuri's left alone with her words.
How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. Should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. Only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. If she doesn't want to come back.
Drowned in guilt, Yuri still stares blankly at her desk, read with notes. The book sits next to them.
Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Is it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. Probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, sure, if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. Need to do better for her.
Oh.
Oh, so that's the thing to pictures. Oh, we got Yuri.
Yuri.
It be Yuri. We unlock any concept art? Nope. Okay. I know we unlocked music. Yeah, we unlocked Lavender Mist. Also, Fox has told me that the way the files work is apparently to open them, you have to read them at certain times. The mes.txt file can be read when the in-game clock is at a certain time. You'll find the time in certain places. Hint: the 9:15 thing has another code. It can be opened when the clock at the bottom right corner says 9:15. Okay, so that means see, the clock on the bottom right is going off my time, so I have to do that at 9:15 p.m. or a.m. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
God dang. I'm not gonna change my computer time right now. Jeez. Oh, let me stretch my back out. Ah! I mean, we could do. Actually, I guess I could do that really quickly. Hold up. But wouldn't I have to close the game though for it to update?
Probably.
I was like, pretty sure. Wouldn't I have to close the game if I wanted to do all that? See, that's so much work. No? Does it actually like update with real time? Like, hold up. Or perhaps it'd be worth it. Zero, I told you. All right, but if you told me, hello, bruh, like, you gotta realize there's 148 people in this chat.
Yeah,
so I might have not read your message. I mean, I could definitely just try it tomorrow. Yeah, we don't need it right now. Anyway, time for understanding part 2. Mostly since it doesn't give you the time for the mes.txt file. You just have to figure it out on your own. That's fucking annoying. Which one was mes? Was mes the one with the 1, 2, 3? I think that was the 1, 2, 3 one, right? No, that was track 06 name ideas. Fuck, I forgot what mes was. I know there's 404 is DDLC. Was it 240? No. I don't remember. I don't remember what it was. Fuck. Where the fuck was... I forgot where MES was. No, I mean, we could just try tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow we'll most likely stream this, and it will most likely at some point be 9:15. No, 404 is DDLC. It's 344. Right. MES is 344. Yeah. Boop. Try again. No. Yeah. So which one is 9:15 though, I wonder? That's weird, because that's the one in the polymers. I wonder which file is 9:15. Interesting. Alright, let's...
I'm here, by the way.
Alright, that was about the exercise. They're going to part 2 of understanding. Oh, it gives you the code. Oh. First time, Sayori's the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting on a desk, stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down.
Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. My best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best! I'm letting everyone down. Always just a disappointment.
She continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Pass. Nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica.
Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. I'm gonna leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there.
Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. She does so.
Yuri?
Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. Sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not...
Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. Peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away.
Actually, I was just wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With publicity stuff? Yes.
Monica's utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden? She was so eager to spend time with Sayori before. Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside.
Okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too.
Monica's worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. A little ironic, she realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club.
Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones.
Yuri nods and the two set off. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up a conversation. I like how this side story ended up not being Sayori and Yuri's, but like Monica and Yuri's. Which is weird when they already have a side story, but that is something I do like about the side stories. I like that the side stories like don't just focus on just them two. Like I like that it's like the other characters seem to actually be in them. I think it's cool.
So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good.
Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it?
Sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. Went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. Really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you're into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me, because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you're able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her.
I need some water. I think I've ever streamed DDLC for this long before. Oh. Throat was getting dry. Yuri falls silent again. She started her thought, but can't figure out how to continue it.
Did something happen?
Sighs.
No, it's just me.
Yuri pauses.
Hmm? I'm thinking.
It passes in silence, and Yuri shakes her head.
I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club. It's just an issue with me. I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Ah.
Monica pauses and thinks.
Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining this club. Hopefully, anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course! I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see.
Yuri looks a little more relaxed. This signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs.
Okay.
Yuri takes a deep breath.
I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So, I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. It feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category. What? Hold on. You're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you?
Yuri nods.
I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed in onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort. Just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it.
Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, two stop short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fist clenched.
I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayori's different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So, you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, and she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry. I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand.
Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. Something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exasperating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better.
Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. Just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication.
Yuri stops and shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... it's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it.
Yuri pauses to think.
I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me.
Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales.
I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah.
Yuri falls silent again. It looks like she wants to say something.
This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you. Anytime.
Monica smiles at Yuri. Just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, turning a shy smile of her own.
Yay!
But we haven't fixed everything yet, because now Yuri and Sayori have to fix their friendship. These side stories aren't even like really feel like they're focused on like these two pairs. It feels like it's telling just all like a whole. This feels like a whole other just arc. Since all these side stories, I'm assuming, are all going to be connecting with each other. This entire side story just feel like it's just like some like expansion story. We got the DDLC prequel story. Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation.
I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great.
Yuri sighs and shakes her head.
I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will.
Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monica.
You're not just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it would be great.
Yuri smiles and nods at the thought.
Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck.
Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. Tea set origins. Yeah, it's like a lot of in this really feels like this is like a canon prequel thing. So all right, I guess it still takes place. I guess it can still take place in the same like timeline. Are the stories similar to any mods so far? Not really. Most mods don't make their entire mod about like the founding of the literature club. Most mods, they'll have like a little scene that probably shows how they met, but I don't think I've played a mod so far where it's all based on how the literature club was created. And if they were never finished. So Was this not supposed to be canon? It depends. They said it's like it's a canon that it can be canon if you want it to be, or canon if you don't want it to be. And the way Dan worded it made it sound like it wasn't going to be canon, so I thought this was just going to be filler. But now the more I read it, it feels like this is actually like a canon prequel. At least it's canon to me, so far.
Back. I'm caught up.
Okay. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Also, Monica being the person who everyone can talk to about their problems. Yeah, I kind of assumed that. That was like her role in the club, so that was right. Yes. Nice.
Yuri? But wait, hold on! I'm not done yet!
Yuri shuffles a bunch of papers around.
Um...
Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon.
I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it.
Aw.
And look!
Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. The page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair.
I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me. I've been trying really hard. Stop.
Yuri presses her fist against her forehead.
Please, stop. I can't take this. Yuri?
Yuri's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yuri looks away in guilt.
Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. So if I did something wrong, please tell me.
Yuri shakes her head.
No. It's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together that you really like... I don't want your pity! Why did I do that?
Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks.
I'm sorry.
Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? You end up pushing everyone away from you. Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori for the rest of the world. She should leave. Just escape from here. Or Monica sees her like this. Or Sayori tells Monica what she did. Before Yuri can put any strength to her legs, a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind.
It's okay.
Yuri whispers in a soothing voice.
It's okay. It's okay.
Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself.
I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise. I understand that. I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings, and we'll talk about them together. Okay?
Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. Gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, and speaks while steadying her voice.
I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am.
Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, he waits for Yuri to continue.
Yet I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that was finally my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people. Stop ruining things for myself. That's all.
Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, you can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well.
Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. But I'll help you with the thing that you need too.
But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes.
That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me.
But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience.
Yeah, I know. But my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right?
Yeah. Irrational fears.
Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me, because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like, about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise. That's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we can never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart. And I want that to rub off on me.
Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms.
Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off.
Tension relaxes. For once, it feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, using Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Aw. Damn, bro. That was pretty deep, bro.
Heavy.
Bro, that went on for longer. I might have been in my feels, bro.
Really?
What?
I said really?
I was like, when I was voicing Yuri, I was like, oh shit, bro. I hope me trying to pretend to cry. I hope me trying to pretend like I'm about to cry doesn't actually make me almost start crying for real.
That's how actors do it.
Because that's how it happened in Longer Roads. I was like, oh fuck.
That's how actors do it.
I was like, since I had to pretend like my voice was crying for so long, I was like, oh shit, no! I was like, my face is My fucking brain, I was like, actually started, I was like, fucking tears started. Actually, I was like, oh shit, no! So I was like, shit, bro. If I had to do that for a little
You know what? No, that means that just means you're a good actor, Zero.
No. I got too big with it.
Bring it back in.
Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading.
That's what I wanted to hear.
But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended.
Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on, though. So we'll just see what happens.
Oh, and, it's not good to touch people without their consent first.
Oh no! I'm sorry! I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying.
And Sayori takes that advice to nothing. Because she still hugs and touches Natsuki. So that advice meant nothing to Sayori. Dan took the feels and cranked them to 11 for this one. He really did, bro. Like, bro, like, I even said that. I was like, I feel like the side stories are gonna be really fucking sad. I was like, knowing Dan, these aren't just gonna be wholesome. These are gonna be sad, wholesome. And I was like, yep, I knew it. These are fucking depressing. They're like uplifting sad. They're bittersweet. It's like, I knew it. She can't help herself. Yeah, you fucking Yuri told Sayori that she shouldn't touch people without their consent. And I was like, and Sayori just lets that just goes in one ear and out the other, because Sayori just continues to do that.
Yeah.
I'm back. Monica's back. Haven't seen you like at all recently.
Sayori trots over to Monica. He whispers loudly.
Can I hug you?
Sure, Sayori.
Sarah wraps her arms around Monica.
Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster. Hey, don't call me a monster! Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster.
Yuri laughs. Monica perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles.
Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as the literature club.
About that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like.
Yes! Do you like poetry?
Oh? Yuri smiles. Aw, she does. she loves poetry. Aw, that was cute. Oh!
He loves it.
Ah!
It's the sad one, kind of. It's the bittersweet one.
It's the one. It's the one that was shown from Dan. Like now we can see it fully. A little drawing of Monica. This is bread. Sayori does the little S thing. Yeah, I remember analyzing Dan's tweet when he showed it.
It's
looking at all
confirmed.
of
Yuri
them.
joined first. After Sayori.
After Sayori, yeah, Natsuki joined last.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people theorized that, didn't they?
I don't know.
I could have sworn people theorized. I know a lot of people knew Sayori joined first, but I don't know about Yuri and Natsuki. I think a lot of people always thought Natsuki joined last. I think, right? I feel like most people think that. Yeah, most mods had that. Yeah, I was about to say. I think most mods had the idea that Natsuki joined last, so we were kind of. I think everyone was kind of correct. Yeah, the trash baskets. Yeah, fucking love that. Fucking. Also, this kind of goes in canon with the side stories, because now that one thing makes sense. Yeah, here we go. Don't forget, ask Monica about this. So now the side stories make sense, because Monica knows about her depression, so it would make sense that she says, ask Monica about this. Yeah, here's their thing. Oh. Such a cute picture.
She's so sad.
She was so sad. So sad. She was so sad. Dan really trying to make me tear up. He was like, bro, If the mods ain't gonna do it, fine, I'll do it myself. Dan put on the Thanos glove. Dan, no!
No, no.
That was God. And that was only the second side star. He's probably gonna get harder to deal with.
There's a lot more, isn't there? There's like 4 more or something.
Sayori gets 1 more, and then there would be there's 6 side stories. It says right there.
Oh.
We're halfway. Almost. We're almost halfway.
I'm a chef,